Well, hey, B, it's Jamie, that's me here. Welcome back to my channel, honey, and welcome back to yet another quick chat. Girl, today on the quick chat, we about to talk about some Real Housewives of Atlanta. Y'all know Real Housewives of Atlanta will be premiering its new episode, first episode for season 14 on Sunday. Your girl will be reviewing the show, so please be sure to come back and check out the reviews, okay? Now, listen. All right, we're going to be talking about Real Housewives of Atlanta, specifically Carlos King. All right, y'all know Carlos King used to be a producer for Real Housewives of Atlanta at some point before he moved on over to OWN and started to work on his own projects. Okay, now you have Miss Sheree Whitfield, who has also worked for Real Housewives of Atlanta, Bravo in the past, and has been really a recurring cast member. Okay, she'll pop in, do a few scenes, a few seasons, pop out, come back, do another season, pop out, and it looks like she is back, and we are here for it. She got a chance to actually have a sit down with Carlos King. Y'all know Carlos does have his own podcast and stuff. I think he also has a show he's about to be doing over there on the OWN network. Okay, some type of late night show with Carlos, so I think that's going to happen. But anyway, in the meantime, right now it looks like Miss Sheree got a chance to sit down with Carlos on his podcast that he has, and I believe it's called Reality King or something like that. Y'all do y'all research, girl, and y'all look it up. But anyway, during this particular sit down interview with Miss Sheree, he decided to ask her a question regarding Miss Kandi Burruss and Phaedra Parks. Okay, a very interesting question that I feel like she answered very truthfully. I was not expecting her to do that, but I was a bit shocked. And for those of you guys that do not know, Phaedra Parks and Kandi Burruss used to be really, really good girlfriends back in the day. They ended up having a falling out after Miss Phaedra started to, get a bit closer to Portia on the show or whatnot. They ended up having a falling out, a misunderstanding, as Phaedra got closer to Portia and her marriage began to break apart, right? So as that marriage began to break apart, her ex-husband, Apollo Nida, ended up getting arrested on felony charges and all this other stuff, or federal charges or whatnot. I guess for I can't remember the particulars, right? But I think it had something to do with like fraud or something, stealing money or whatever it was he was doing. Girl, anyway, the man went to jail. Okay, he went to jail. And all I could remember was Miss Phaedra saying, "Go away from me with this," over there in the garage, because he was showing his arse because the people was getting ready to pick him up, or at least he had to go turn himself in so he could do his time or whatever, right? So he had a lot of items that was at Phaedra's house, and I think some of those items got seized. And I believe the feds asked Phaedra, like, "Girl, where is the rest of his stuff at?" And she was like, "I don't know," or whatever. And meanwhile, Miss Kandi and Todd done housed some of Apollo's items over at their house. So I think that's what Miss Phaedra ended up feeling a way about. And she also started to feel a way about the ladies not offering her like support, like she felt she needed it while she was going through this divorce or whatever. Girl, why this making me think about Melody Holt or something like that? Girl, the situations was different. She did get cheated. I don't know, whatever like that. You know what I'm saying? It just took me back and made me think about Melody in this moment. Okay, especially with Carlos over there producing. Girl, anyway, and let me get back to it. So at some point, right, Miss Phaedra, when her and Kandi started really getting into it, whatever, girl, Miss Phaedra went around telling lies on Miss Kandi. Okay, talking about how she wanted to do the big R, okay, with Miss what's her name, Miss Portia, talking about how they want to take her, Kandi and Todd want to take her down to a dungeon or whatever. Okay, that's where Miss Kandi decided to start making a coin out of the jokes, honey. Started to make a coin out of the lies, and I think she did a whole dungeon tour where she probably made a lot of money off of it or whatever. But anyway, so yeah, she ended up telling Miss Portia, like, "Girl, Kandi them told me that they trying to get down with you. She's trying to bring you down into the dungeon." Okay, she wants to do the big R or whatever the terms were. Okay, Miss Portia went along with the lies as well. And then once we get to the reunion, honey, Miss Portia want to act like Phaedra told me that. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God, Phaedra, what did you do? Okay, once we found out that Phaedra was the one that sent Miss Portia a cease and desist, and Portia thought that it came from Kandi. Girl, whole time it was just a mess, girl. It was a mess. It was a mess. It led Miss Kandi to saying the lies, girl. The mother lies. Okay, Miss Phaedra, I think Phaedra owed Todd some money. She never paid Todd, and she was supposed to get that coin. Girl, it was just a whole lot because Candy and Todd and Phaedra was really into it. Okay, and girl, Phaedra said she was the one that hooked Miss Candy up with Todd anyway. Girl, even though he was working on the show, but whatever. Girl, they just had issues. Okay, which resulted in Miss Phaedra going out and putting a big old lie on Miss Candy, saying that she wanted to R somebody, okay, which could have definitely affected Candy's brand. Unfortunately, or not unfortunately, but fortunately for Candy, a lot of people didn't even believe the stuff that Miss Phaedra was talking about. For real, girl. A lot of people wasn't even here for it. That wasn't believing it at all. So it never affected anything that Miss Candy had going on at all. Miss Candy has been able to go on and get multiple spinoffs with Bravo, work on multiple projects. She actually just announced a new project that she's working on with Piedmont Healthcare here in Georgia. So Miss Girl is continuing to get her coins, okay? It never stopped any of her bags, right? So in previous interviews, people have asked Candy if they were to have Miss Phaedra back on the show, how would you feel about that? She was like, I mean, if they had her back, they could have her back, but I'm just going to go ahead and leave. Right? Well, a lot of people had mixed feelings. Some people was like, yes, Candy, yes. I can't stand Phaedra. Oh, dog face, this, that. I can't stand her because she a liar. She don't need to come back. You don't do nothing like that to nobody. You don't, oh, my God. You just don't, oh, my, wow. Like, absolutely not, girl. She can't come back to the show. Or no. Then you got other people that's over here like, nah, girl, I feel like she should be able to come back to the show. Like, that she should be, if you sat up there and embarrassed this lady publicly on TV, you need to come back to the show and publicly apologize to her, okay? And let's go ahead and move forward because worse things have happened, right? So you've just been getting a lot of mixed emotions. So what Carlos did during this particular sit down with Sheree, he decided that he was going to ask her this question, okay? He wanted to know from her, hey, what are your thoughts on Candy leaving the show if they were to bring Phaedra back? How do you feel about that? All right. And Miss Phaedra definitely answered it all honestly, honey. And again, I was surprised, but I'm going to go ahead and be quiet so you guys can hear what it is Miss Sheree had to say. Go ahead and check this out.
Let me ask you this. I'm curious, and it's funny. It just came to my head. Let's just say what it is, because she went on record saying this. Candy said that she doesn't want Phaedra on the show while she's on because of what happened season 9. And that if Bravo wants Phaedra on, then that's fine. She'll bow out gracefully. You've been on the show with people you don't get along with, people where you guys both threw shade and all this other stuff. Now, granted, what Phaedra did allegedly is obviously worse than anything you guys have experienced. But with that being said, do you think it's fair that one person may have that much control on someone coming back on the show?
No, I don't. And I actually invited Phaedra to the fashion show too. And one of the things she said, she's like, well, is Candy going to be there? My thing is, like you said, I've been on this show many times, many years with people I did not get along with. I have been in situations that I was uncomfortable with. I have talked about heavy things that I have gone on in my life. We are here to do a reality show. And as much as I love Candy, I feel like at the end of the day, they should, or she should, understand that this is for the show. We can't be, oh, I don't want to talk about that. It's not cool. So we can't do it. It's for the betterment of the show. We all have been in uncomfortable and talked about shit that we don't want to talk about.
I told y'all. Sheree was going to answer that question very honestly. I don't know if y'all feel how I feel. I was a bit shocked. Like, what? She being honest as hell, girl. I thought she was just going to tap dance a little bit around the answer instead of telling us what she was really thinking, right? And for me, I totally agree with Sheree. I know a lot of people feel like what Candy did is unforgivable. But I just feel like, girl, People are so funny to me. Okay, y'all have forgiven people in y'all life right now for things y'all should not have. But anyway, I just feel like because so much happened on the show, I would like to see them actually have a sit down. I would like to see Phaedra publicly admit that she was wrong. I would love to see Kandi publicly get the apology that she need and deserve. Okay, that's just for me. I feel like a lot of people that feel like Phaedra should not be on the show were people that already didn't like her before, right? And just using this particular situation as a means of saying, yeah, she shouldn't be back because of that. But girl, you probably didn't even like the lady before then. That's the real reason why you saying it. It's because you just don't like her in general, and you won't want to see her back. You know what I'm saying? So, not just because of that one little incident. You know what I'm saying? But anyway, girl. Just for me, right? I have enjoyed Phaedra on the show. Okay, prior to this incident happening, the incident happened. It was terrible. And again, as I said, I agree with Sheree because everybody has been in uncomfortable situations. Sheree has been in uncomfortable situations with a lot of different cast members back to back to back to back. And even though Phaedra and just some of the other cast members have never said anything that I can recall, maybe so, I can't recall, as possibly damaging. And I say possibly because it never damaged, Candy's career or anything, as possibly damaging as what Sheree has said. Some people have felt that whatever those people said about them was unforgivable because Sheree and Nene, I can't recall a time that they ever got back on good terms for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? And Kenya felt like the things Marlo said about her were unforgivable. And then they became friends again. And then now here it is, girl, coming to this new season. They're going to be back at it. But again, just like Sheree said, girl, we all came together to do a reality show. Okay, we really do owe it to the fans to see y'all back on screen together again, getting this issue here rectified. Granted, I know a lot of people feel like, girl, this was also many years old, girl. This was also many years old. I don't care. I don't care if it was also many years old. Okay, girl, and y'all still out here holding them grudges all this many years old later. You know what I'm saying? Been holding grudges for a long periodically time. All right? And y'all sit up here entertaining Miss Kiki over there on Love and Marriage Huntsville with her bringing up some old stuff from 5 years ago, girl. So, I mean, hey. Anyway, I would definitely be here for it, but I do understand Kandi feeling like, girl, if I don't want to be here on the same platform as somebody that I felt has disrespected me and my family, then girl, I'm out. I don't have to stay. I'm out. But I'll also say this. Kandi has been on the show for so long and has made her coin so much, and her new tagline says something like, I never skipped a beat or a bag, that I feel like if they did bring Phaedra on the show, I think Kandi would not skip out on that bag, but I think she would try and put in a request, like Miss Melody Holt, to not film with said cast member. Period. I definitely can see that. Like when we go on group trips or something like that, girl, just let the people know that I'm over here filming with Chicago or something. Like with the Shy. Like I'm over here working on that. Or I got some other stuff that I'm doing as to why I can't go on the cash trip. And maybe the next cash trip I go on, Miss Phaedra. You know what I'm saying? It's not on that cash trip because I'm not trying to be around Suzanne like that. But hey, it is what it is. Yeah, I want to hear you all's thoughts and comments down below. Again, like I said, I wouldn't mind Phaedra coming back. I do respect Miss Kandi if she feels like she would want to leave the show. But I also feel like I'm with Sheree. Like, girl, hey, we're here to film a show. So let us all come together and figure this part out. But I do find it to be very interesting that Sheree did invite Phaedra to her fashion show. And see, Sheree, girl, we see you because you messy. Yes, you are. You messy. Because Apollo Nido, from my understanding, walked in your fashion show. And you knew that new baby, that new wife or whatever he got, that new lady, whatever, if he's still with Miss Girl, was probably going to be there. And then you was going to invite Faye Faye. So you was going to bring her into the Lion's Den. And then also have, what's her name, Miss Kandi there too. Oh, wow. Miss Sheree, were you trying to do a little bit of producing that kind of fell through just a little bit? Okay. And maybe this could have been your tactic of trying to get your girl back on the show in some type of way. Girl, we see you. I'm not mad at it. Okay. I'm not mad at it, but you're letting me know that I definitely need to keep my eyes on you this season. It's going to be very entertaining. All right, that's all that I have. I want to hear you all's thoughts and comments regarding Miss Kandi leaving the show if Phaedra were to return, and Sheree inviting Miss Phaedra to her fashion show, and Sheree also being in support of Phaedra returning and wanting Kandi to, loosen up or whatnot and be okay and with being in uncomfortable situations with a person that you don't like at all. Okay, I would love to hear you all's thoughts and comments down below. I'm Jamie, that's me, honey. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, share my videos, girl. Follow me on Instagram and Twitter at Jamie, that's me, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.